Severe rainfall that began Thursday afternoon in the state of Jalisco, Mexico, led to widespread flooding and the collapse of transportation systems within just a few hours, particularly in the Guadalajara Metropolitan area, where vehicles were swept away, roads were blocked, and emergency crews worked non-stop throughout the day. Meteorological data had indicated a likelihood of rain in western Mexico later in the week, but the intensity of this system far exceeded expectations, paralyzing urban life in a short time. The downpours intensified especially in the late afternoon, first hitting Zapopan and Tlaquepaque before advancing into downtown Guadalajara. The rapidly rising water levels overwhelmed infrastructure across several neighborhoods.
Pero no sé si pueda llegar.
Within minutes, streets in certain parts of Zapopan were entirely submerged. Major roads such as Avenida López Mateos, Avenida Patria, and Camino Viejo a Tezistan, which typically experience high traffic, were completely shut down as floodwaters could not be drained. Footage from the scene showed vehicles being carried away by the current, while others remained immobilized due to engine failure. Civil Protection and Fire Department officials reported receiving over 50 incident reports in the Zapopan area alone. The most notable emergencies included fallen trees, downed power lines, and submerged vehicles. In neighborhoods like Ciudad del Sol, Tabachines, and Villas de Guadalupe, both public spaces and residential homes were directly impacted, requiring immediate intervention. Crews also worked intensely to clear the mud and debris carried by the high-flowing floodwaters. In downtown Guadalajara, roads such as Calzada Independencia, Washington Avenue, Lázaro Cárdenas, and the area around Arcos del Milenio were completely jammed due to both flooding and traffic light outages. Some underpasses filled with water, prompting firefighters to issue warnings for residents to avoid those areas. Especially at the 8 de Julio Avenue interchanges, bridges were temporarily closed to traffic due to the severity of the flooding. Tlaquepaque faced similar conditions. Streets in neighborhoods like Lomas Verdes, Marcos Montero, and Las Huertas were inundated. In several areas, floodwaters rose above the sidewalk level and reached home entrances. Authorities constructed temporary barriers to prevent water from entering residences. The Tlaquepaque municipality doubled the number of field staff and announced they would remain deployed throughout the night. Alongside the rain, strong winds also caused significant damage. Fallen trees blocked roads in multiple neighborhoods, and toppled utility poles caused widespread power outages. In the Paseos del Sol neighborhood, a tree fell onto a vehicle, causing property damage.
Amigas, amigos, se está poniendo muy feo esto, muy feo, miren el aire.
Experts noted that the storm likely stemmed from a developing system off the Jalisco coast, known as 4E, which had not yet reached tropical storm classification. This system transported humid air from the Pacific Ocean into the interior, triggering rapid condensation at high altitudes and resulting in intense thunderstorms. The weather is expected to remain unstable in the coming days. The National Meteorological Service forecasted temperatures between 35 and 40 degrees Celsius across Jalisco, warning that evaporation and humidity imbalances could produce new storms at any moment. Wind speeds along the Jalisco coastline may reach up to 60 kilometers per hour, and wave heights could exceed 3 meters. As these events unfolded, similar meteorological chaos reached the state of Morelos on Thursday evening. In Cuernavaca, the state capital, heavy rain began in the early evening and quickly intensified, causing serious flooding around Universidad Avenue and the Lienzo Charo area. Cuernavaca's Civil Protection and Emergency Secretariat reported that at least 4 homes in these neighborhoods were flooded, with water levels rising above 20 centimeters. Streets around the university turned into temporary rivers, forcing many drivers to turn back. With major avenues closed, alternate routes through the town of Santa Maria Ahuacatitlan were used instead. Officials stated that the local drainage system was unable to handle such a volume of water in such a short time. Widespread flooding was also reported in Jutepec, Emiliano Zapata, and Plan de Ayala. On the Cuernavaca-Cuautla highway, traffic was disrupted near the Progreso area due to floodwaters. At the Hermenegildo Galeana market, a blocked sewer system led to most of the marketplace being submerged. Vendors worked through the night to save their goods. The intense rainfall experienced in both Jalisco and Morelos once again highlighted the dangerous intersection of unplanned urban development, inadequate infrastructure, and increasing climate instability. This disaster underscored the urgency of long-term resilient city planning and improved early warning systems rather than relying solely on reactive measures. We send our heartfelt thoughts to all those affected by the flooding in Jalisco and Morelos. We hope life returns to normal as soon as possible and that recovery efforts are swift and unified. To stay informed on disasters in the region and around the world, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Stay safe.